Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns is going down. With the talk of all towns, look around, no frowns. Oh yes, it's time. We been sitting and just waiting, I want all of it. These people faking and they hating, just keep talking. You gon' feel us, they gon' hear us, we keep barking, Chris. And when it comes to Cleveland, we are all in this, yeah. Kenny from Baker, some may say go soft, not safer. I tell get a bad rap like Vader. Going deep, taking toss off like taper. This bro freak get smoke like vapor. To the house, so yeah, see you later. We tougher than alligators, we'll beat you right now and later. Woo. Got a blessing on flow cold like juice players, just know you might lose. Be crazy, call them typhoons. Can't block them, oh yeah, nice moves. Who the stop, don't know, oh yeah, Pikachu. We really all hit the lose on every day, just watch the news. Winning all day, okay, yeah, that's a new hobby. Got some nice new bodies. Our past records, we know it's shoddy. The city standing strong, we ain't never choppy. DP of the year and miles, should worry about your play survival. Yeah, we got Odell well. He maybe sold out some hotels. You can't be mad, we doing well. You know them jokes that they will tell. Now watch the stories they will tell. Only time will tell. Watch where you throw it. We got water and greedy. For these that we starving, yeah, quite needy. The Cleveland Legends, we about to be. There is no stopping me. I mean, we. That is how I got to be. Oh yeah, Bengals, they just kittens. Ravens flew away, they hidden. Oh, those Steelers, who they kidding? Play with us, you will get smitten. Okay, yeah, we in the kitchen, bout to bake up, start the mixing. Oh yeah, damn, that bowl is missing, wait. But we sit up. The Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns is going down.
The Big Play Reflog Show is brought to you by ShackNews.com. Shack News is the place to be for all your gaming needs with news, guides, walkthroughs, and reviews. Like this week's Shack Chat, breaking down the biggest announcements from the Game Awards 2021. And they do more than just video games at Shack News. Check out their new app, Shack Pets, where you can upload and vote for the cutest pets in the world. Would your pet win? Download the app today, available on the Apple Store and Google Play. And remember, you could join in on that conversation or any other topics and customize your feed using the Shack News Cortex and Shack News Reader. They've truly got it all. If you're a gamer, Shack News is the site for you. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the handle @Shack News and at ShackNews.com.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show!
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I know damn now. Attack by Chuck. To the 10. He's the running to the 5. Dips outside
It's time! The Big Play Reflog Show!
Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. What is going on, everybody? Today is Monday, December 13th. I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside my two favorite people, Nick Pedone and Reflog Chris McNeil himself. What is going on?
Just keep on winning. Just keep on winning.
Playoff push.
Playoff push.
You're talking Cavs.
Both. Playoff push for the Cavs. Cavs, we're talking about a 1 seed. For the Browns, we're talking about a playoff push. Let's get in.
Right?
Yeah, legitimate. Cavs are looking good again tonight. Coming off of that Sacramento. I mean, they're just kind of on a roll. They're fun, not fun to watch. They're a legitimate team. They're a legitimate team, Dave.
I heard it.
I almost said it.
There's $1 into the jar.
That is $1.
Nick, what's up, man?
Making a big contribution to the Cleveland Cavaliers charities at the end of the year with all this
There
money.
we go. Nick, set that up. That's a good idea.
I'm all charitied out. What's up, guys?
Happy holidays to you.
Humbug Nick. Oh man. All right, we got a good show. Let's just get right into it. We've got Browns headlines brought to you by TSE Cleveland. Gonna give away a Mac Wilson 8x10 signed poster today. Mac might come on and give it away. Then our featured interview with Mac. We'll see if he can join us here in a few minutes. After that, we're doing Browns trivia. Who wants to be a BEER-ionaire? Hopefully giving away some Labatt Blue Lights and a GV Art shirt to one lucky Browns fan out there with some Raiders-Browns trivia. Then we're breaking down that
Raiders-Browns trivia. Yeah,
That's tough.
Well, I could think of a particular play that's got to be in there, right?
Yeah,
Particular play that predates the drive and the fumble. I won't say what it is in case they've got it in there, but yeah.
Young folks might not remember it, Chris.
The young bloods. The young bloods.
Then we're going to talk about that game, Browns Raiders, and look at some bets presented by MyBookie. And we will wrap up with the best and worst tweets of the week. Let's talk some Cleveland headlines. Cleveland headlines are brought to you by our friends TSE Cleveland. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel for your chance to win our weekly giveaways. This week, we're giving away an autographed Mac Wilson 8x10. Mac is going to give that away live unless he can't join, and then we will give it away live. So stay tuned for that winner here shortly. All right, let's talk some headlines. Joe G on Twitter. Let's talk Cavs. He said Cavs haven't trailed since the 2:47 mark of the first quarter versus Chicago. This was on Wednesday. Nick, you were at the game. Thoughts?
They're legit. I mean, just watching them up close and personal, you kind of feel the energy. You know what I mean? Like you feel the excitement, and the fans are kind of getting into it too. So it's going to be exciting. There's a lot of people legitimately throwing playoffs around for the Cavs now, which is crazy. I think we've even possibly progressed past like let's get into the play-in tournament. Like let's make these playoffs. Like let's have some fun with it. ESPN put out their power rankings today, and they were the 10th ranked team in the league. I don't think any of us really saw that coming.
No one saw that coming.
And tonight we're pulling away again, aren't we?
Yeah, they sure are.
It's 100-84 chalupas for everybody.
Wow, remember those days?
Those are good days.
Chicago I used to go to some of the Bulls games when the Cavs would come into town when I lived there. They would give away Big Macs. What would you rather have, a chalupa or a Big Mac?
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
All the way.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Chicago fans though, like in the lower bowl. I was like down kind of by their bench, and there was a lot of Chicago fans there, but they were in for a pretty disappointing night after the 2 minute and whatever second mark that you just said. So
yeah, no kidding. Chris, I've seen a lot on Twitter. A lot of people are saying the Cavs are fun.
I think there's accounts now that are set up specifically for that. And I thought you guys were clowning me on that.
We're a very legitimate show, though. We do deep analysis. Chris, I want to get into a little bit further analysis with the Cavs with you. This is our Cavs are fun meter.
No. The Cavs... For those of you listening to the podcast, they just put up a Cavs are fun meter, and it's got the hot zones going from the green is super duper fun to the yellow really fun to just standard fun to kind of fun. So
Chris, where are you putting us this week? If you had to, let's really analyze this. Where are the Cavs right now in the fun meter?
I think, Dave, honestly, I've got to go between somewhere probably strong, really fun to lower super duper fun at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
We're
good.
between that yellow and green you've got on there. I like how it's just the reverse of a hot meter. That's very nice.
I spent a lot of time on that.
I could tell. Tell, Dave. Well done.
This is a legitimate
super duper fun. Super duper fun.
I'm with you. Yeah, super duper fun. Definitely.
Hopefully we can go full super duper fun by the end of the season.
All the way. Double rainbow. All the way.
Oh, man.
I'm at super duper fun.
Heck yeah. Chris, what are your expectations?
Were you one of the ones calling for Taco? at the end of the game?
Oh, of course.
Nick or Chris, wasn't that your kids?
My kids kind of did it, and I heard that there's been a couple of games since then.
Yeah,
that people are like, that's become a thing now.
Yeah, man. I mean, you
My
gotta
kids
see
are starting something, man.
Is it really a Cavs game unless you have a Taco Fall chant at the end of it?
I
True.
love it. I love it. Not one that I want to go to unless it ends with a Taco Fall chant.
Heck yes.
How do the fans know when to do it?
They know. They just
After coin toss.
What are you doing, Nick?
coin toss. They do a coin toss now.
We're too busy booing.
Yeah, man. Cavs fans aren't booing. Funny how that works. And the
I'm going to
team
set
looks
an
pretty
alarm
good.
for everybody. I'm going to set an alarm and I'll send it to everybody that goes to the
Okay.
games. From
Make
now
sure
on.
to type it out in the notes section of your phone and then screenshot it and tweet it.
Right after I write a couple more poems.
Oh, yeah. Haiku or iambic pentameter.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
It's weird being a Browns fan.
It is.
You can't even explain. Like there are a lot of people listening to the podcast right now that have no idea what we're talking about.
That's
Anything
all right.
else you want to say about the Cavs before we move into the Browns? Because I think we're moving into the Browns.
Super duper fun.
Super duper fun.
Super duper fun. Yes.
Evan Mobley, rookie of the year.
Is so messed up. I just got a text that said, "So Odell doesn't suck, just Baker."
Oh my god.
Come on. This is what this fan base has become. It's
Everybody
horrible.
go flip over to the Cavs. Just forget that there's a football game on right now.
Throw expectations out the window.
And that's what's disappointing, Chris. Is like seriously, is that there's people online right now that are probably sitting in their living rooms, worked to a sweat, either defending Odell or defending Baker, where there's a basketball team that's like waltzing to the playoffs and like plowing through the top teams in the East without batting an eye. But people are like, oh, it's not Baker's fault, it's Odell. And then there's people that are like, no, we ride with 6, and like there's just no like there's just nothing. Like I get it. Like people don't want to, especially now that Odell's gone. Like people don't want to lose Baker. Like you don't lose both of them. Like you already lost one of them. But it's basketball season, and let's watch basketball.
No,
We're basketball season. We're at the end of the Browns season, and they're looking to make the playoffs. And you're like, it's
what are you talking about, Nick? No way. Anyway, we won.
When you
We
got
won
the
the
Cavs
game.
on, you
We
should be
won, but again, it doesn't feel like that we won again. And
It
Jared
does
Allen
feel
just
like
had a
we won.
sweet dunk.
It does. Come on. It feels like a W. I
It
mean, we
definitely-
beat the Ravens.
you
The
would've been-
Ravens are the first place team in the division.
Correct.
So it feels like a W. It may not. I mean, I'll take us back to the Texans game. That one really didn't feel much like a W back at the beginning of the season. But this is a legitimate victory over the top team in our division right now.
Yep.
And I know that there's all kinds of other things going on, injuries and the way that game played out and problems with Stefanski. But at the end of the day, we got the W at home like we were supposed to. Now go out and beat the Raiders on Saturday, then beat the Packers, then finish up with a couple more divisional wins, and boom, you got yourself a playoff run.
Chris, would you say that they looked improved though? I thought they looked improved in the first half, but in the second half, it was back to the same old Stefanski.
This is an easy answer for me because I only saw the first half. And yes, from what I saw, this was a much improved team. For those who don't know, my son had basketball, so I had to go coach basketball in the second half of that bad boy. And my son's team won, by the way. We crushed this team from Newark. This is my son's, he's 13-year-old kids, right? And I am not making this up. One of the kids on Newark is shaving. Like he legitimately had a mustache. Like I've said that for years, like somebody on the other team, the kid shaving or whatever. This kid, full on mustache, but we still killed them. So it was fantastic.
Is it like the Adam Morrison mustache?
It was actually pretty legitimate.
Coming in like right here.
He could grow more facial hair than I could. And this is supposedly a 13-year-old, air quotes right now. But he wasn't particularly good. He was just big. And the rest of their team was definitely a motley crew, and we wiped the floor with them. It was
What is that?
40-12.
That team name. I'd
We
like
beat
to
the spread.
Yeah, I'd like to put some action on that.
Yeah, we beat the spread. You know, my bookies were saying no, it was going to be like a 10-point spread, but no, we blew that out of the water.
How about that?
Yeah, I don't know what the team name was. I don't know. Nurk Hicks or something along those lines.
So for our sake, Chris's team is 1-0 against the spread.
That's correct. That's correct. So big win for us. But yeah, But I was, monitoring, monitoring that Browns game in the second half. And I was like, oh God, it's one of those where I bet we're not doing much with the ball offensively. And thankfully, I'll bet the Ravens are kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit and just
Chris,
not able to do a
yeah.
whole lot. Was
all
my
you need to
guess.
know, all you need to know, there was another 12 men on the field penalty.
I heard that. You got to be kidding me, right? At this point,
There was another one. I
we can't
about
count
lost my
in
mind.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Chris, if you were watching the game, you would have had flashbacks where I was 95% certain that we were going to lose to a 60-yard field goal. Justin Tucker was going to beat us. It was like almost a certainty that we were losing that game.
Especially after, because I did listen to the very tail end of that game. In between basketball games, I was listening to the radio at Jim's call. And as soon as they recovered that onside kick, I thought, here we go. Here we go. That's it, brother.
Andy Janovich on Dan's team.
Janovich, he tried to tackle the football.
Oh, man.
It was a rough game. But now we're still talking a playoff push.
Right. I mean,
Right?
at the end of the day,
we be a little positive. The season would be over. This would be a Cavs podcast if we had lost that game.
In fact,
this would
here's
be a
how
draft
positive I am.
podcast.
Tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Yes, go. Tell it on the mountains. The Cleveland Browns have won. One more time.
Nope, not one more time. That's good enough. Good job to that church. I guess they did that on Fox back some time ago, and I just caught it on Twitter today, and I think that's fantastic too. Whatever church was that put that on Fox there locally, they did a very good job with that song. Very uplifting. Did that uplift your spirits? Are you now
You
excited?
feel way better now.
Now we're ready to take on those Raiders. They're a mess. I don't care.
Yeah, to say the least. All right, Jake Trotter, he always sends out the probability of the playoffs each week.
Well, we're back.
Everything is going our way except for the play on the field. 38.4% chance to make the playoffs, 24.7% chance to win the division. Ravens have a tough game. Packers look incredible. They put up 45. I mean, on the Bears, but they look pretty good. Gut check. Where are we thinking now? I mean, last week I think we were like 12% or so.
I told you guys I was getting death threats from Ravens fans because I said I would have put that bet on the Browns when I called Lamar the position that's not a quarterback. Not going to repeat it. But I said when we were doing that betting segment, I was like, man, the Browns have a legitimate, like the plus odds were crazy. I'm like, mathematically that still stands. And surely enough, here we sit. And now the betting odds are like plus 180. The Browns are in second place. So Packers beat them, and this thing is wide open because I think we should be in for a Browns victory, not to ruin our picks.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, look at the schedules for these teams. I mean, so Cleveland, what we have: Raiders, Packers, Pittsburgh, Cincy. Baltimore has Packers, Cincy, Rams, Pittsburgh, and then Cincy, Denver, Baltimore, KC, and then last game against us in Pittsburgh. Who cares?
Out of it. Yeah, that's tough. Cincinnati. You have to go to Denver too. That's always tough, especially this.
I mean, if the Ravens kind of fall off the map here, if
you lose Lamar for 2 weeks, which I think I haven't seen anything come out today.
They say he's
talking about rushing him back.
I had heard 2 weeks kind of preliminarily. Yeah. I mean, that's Green Bay, that's Cincinnati, down in Cincinnati.
The last week of the season could be for the division.
The NFL, Roger Goodell is just sitting back going, yes, that's exactly what they set up all the schedules for. That's what they want. That's why they have all these divisional games at the end of the season, which I think is smart. That's what it should be. We shouldn't have like playing Indianapolis or God knows playing a team from the NFC when you're trying to make the playoffs at the end.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're still in it, man. Let's keep on chugging along, and let's give away some free beer and hopefully a GV shirt.
One, by the way.
There we go. Go Cavs. Super duper fun. Engaged. Who wants to be a billionaire? Who wants to be a billionaire? Presented by Labatt. All right, each week, one contestant gets their chance at Browns Trivia for a chance to win a 6-pack, a 12-pack, a case of Labatt beer. One final question. Take home the case and a GV Art shirt. This week, we welcome in our old buddy, Drew Therion. Drew, welcome to the show. How are you, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me tonight. I'm ready to win some beer money.
Yeah, there you go. And a GV shirt. Come on, you're going all the way, right?
Already
Look at
rocked my
you.
Jesus stuff.
Well done. Well done. How confident are you? So this is going to be Raiders Browns trivia, and we're going to go back a ways. So there's going to be some current ones. There's going to be some historical ones. 1 to 10. How you feeling?
Being honest, about a 2 or a 3. Any other team?
I love the honesty. Thank you for the honesty. That's great. I hate these guys who come in here with all kinds of, this fake bravado of like, I'm a 10. Oh, I know them all. And then they know nothing. So that's good. Refreshing.
If it was Cavs, I'd be really confident. I mean, great game tonight. Another win.
Yes.
Okay, quickly break down the Cavs game. We weren't able to watch it here as we're doing our show. Break it down. What'd you think? What'd you see from them tonight?
Put up the funometer, Dave.
No, do not put up the fun of me. No.
Yes.
Drew, Cavs
Wait,
are meter.
This is
Where
not
we
the way
at?
we break down games now. This is not becoming standard. Do not normalize this.
Oh, but first off, the meter should be on super duper fun.
Oh,
Kevin Love was unreal tonight. Vintage Kevin Love, 5 for 7 from deep. Aquaro looked great, aggressive and confident. Cavs are back, man. Simple as that.
Super duper.
I love that. All right, that bought you a couple of hints through Browns trivia. All right, let's kick it off. Let me hold on.
Probably need some music there.
Yeah, Mac is trying to join. I said no, we're in the middle of Browns trivia.
You can bring him on. Maybe he can answer.
Do you want Mac to help you?
Have Mac Wilson help you out.
Any help would be nice.
There you go. I wonder if he could get any of these. He'd get question 1.
He's young too, man.
He'd probably get question 2. He'd get question 3. He may not get question 4.
Oh, he's still out and about.
Tell him dinner is over. The show is on.
He's having a long dinner, man.
Yeah, seriously. Mac's having the longest dinner in human history.
You know what, though? He's got a baby. Maybe he had a babysitter. He's got date night. Get out.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
We're interrupting date night for Mac Wilson. That's fantastic.
All right, I need my epic music. Drew, we didn't mean to ice you there. Okay, here we go. Question number 1 for cash for a 6-pack of Labatt. Only one man has been the head coach of both the Browns and the Raiders. Who is he?
I believe that's the greatest Browns coach ever, Hugh Jackson.
Correct. Well done, coming out strong. 11 of 44.
You know how I've got my little reflog guy here, right?
Yeah.
Cigar Man. I've also got the Hugh Jackson. That's what started that.
There
Yeah.
it is.
So this guy who made this, and John Hostman, what is his name? He made this Hugh Jackson, and he's like, I can't even give this thing away. You want it? I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Hey, could you make one of my cigar guy? And that's how Cigar Guy became. So thanks.
You got to get the Grambling
yeah,
coaching gear on that.
got to repaint this guy. Got to repaint my Hugh Jackson, my wooden Hugh Jackson. That's a fantastic item.
All right, Drew, you have a 6-pack. Would you like to move on for a 12?
Oh, we're going all the way no matter what.
Heck yes, I love it. All right, Chris, give him the question.
Question number 2 for cash for a 12-pack of Labatt. Which former Browns wide receiver started 10 games for the Raiders in 2012 and 2013. At
I believe quarterback. Yeah, Terrell Pryor.
Woo!
That is
Wow.
correct. That is correct. You didn't even need the hint. Didn't even
Doing
need
good right now.
All right, we're moving on. Nick.
All right, he's going. Question 3
going.
for cash for a 24 pack of Labatt. Which current Browns position coach led the Raiders to the Super Bowl in 2002?
Ooh.
Mm.
So a Browns position coach.
Could I
Potentially
use
better
a former
than
friend here?
Yeah, you want to
Good.
use your lifeline?
Yeah, I think this would be my time to use one.
All right.
Okay.
Who we calling?
His name's Jake Spain. I told him to be ready. He knows the most Browns of everyone I know. So
Okay.
I'll put him on speaker.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, 2 rings.
We're not friends if he doesn't pick up.
There he is.
Oh, Jake. All right, you're on trivia.
Oh boy.
They're gonna read the question out to you.
All righty. Which current Cleveland Browns position coach led the Raiders to the Super Bowl in 2002 for cash for a 24 pack of Labatt?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Browns current position coach.
Oh. So it wouldn't be. I don't know.
No idea.
Stump Mitchell's on the mind. I don't think that's right.
I'll probably just take it. I've got no better guess, man. Thanks for your help.
Yeah, I'm on, I guess.
All right.
Hold on. Okay. I will give you one clue. He was no help. I'll give you one other clue, though, because you did break down the Cavs. He was fired as the Raiders head coach after the following season. He is a Browns line coach. I won't tell you offensive or defensive.
I believe he's our current O-line coach right now because, I mean, he's just been with every team ever, but I won't be able to give you his name.
Oh,
Sorry,
Hold
man.
on. I'll give you his first name.
Wow.
wow.
Ugh. That's just going to hurt when I don't get it. All right. What's his first name?
He's just going to try and embarrass you now.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Bill.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's
not Belichick.
I'm thinking Bill Foley and Bill Parcells, and I just
Not Parcells. That's right.
yeah, it's not those ones.
Final clue. The dodgeball coach. The name is somewhat similar to that.
Okay.
Patches.
Somewhat.
So that's yeah.
Kinda
Yeah, I just don't know our position coaches, man.
The quarterback in draft day.
Yeah.
Man, this is just really hurting now. This is just getting worse and worse, man.
All right.
All right.
Stump.
Bill Callahan.
Callahan.
Bill Callahan, man, that's tough. Yeah, Bo Callahan. Oh, now I'm for it. But,
I'm curious to see if you would have gotten question 4.
Yeah, give him question 4.
I alluded to it earlier. I didn't even realize it was actually in here. The Browns lost a heartbreaking divisional playoff game to the Raiders in 1981 as Brian Sipe was intercepted in field goal range with less than a minute left. What was the name of that play?
Red Right 88.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Well done.
Oh.
Well done. You would have won it all.
All right.
Drew,
I am impressed you knew that. You did redeem yourself by knowing that. I was a little concerned. These young bloods these days don't know where we came from. All of the heartache, Dave, that we had to go through.
That's right.
To see all of this joy that we get from the team these days.
Once we win the Super Bowl and Brown season is over, maybe we will change this into Cavs trivia and have you back on.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Good work. All right.
job,
Good
man.
job, Drew.
Good analysis, too, on this fun Cavs team.
Absolutely. See you, buddy.
All
right. So close.
That was. He did well.
Wasn't the dodgeball coach Patches O'Callahan?
O'Callahan.
Yeah, something
O'Callahan
like
or something like that.
It was close enough. It could have gotten him in the
I give him
Right
Bo
church.
Callahan, the quarterback from draft day was Bo
that,
Callahan.
that was pretty good.
That's 3 letters off.
I like that his friend gave him Stump Mitchell. He should just-
As if he's like, he knows
Love
more
Stump.
Browns than anybody. Oh man, Stump Mitchell.
Yeah.
Shoot. Cole, I don't know if I'm coming up with that, but he's a pretty prominent,
Yes.
piece of what the Browns are doing. I mean, with the offensive line, and he's been getting, a lot of flowers and bouquets in his direction. So
Would you let him call the plays, Chris?
might
All
as
right.
well. Why not?
Good Lord.
Maybe he's the reason that we
We're in a cold streak.
Are you
yeah.
blaming? Who to blame? Callahan. I'm blaming him.
Well, if we can't run the ball, maybe the reason we aren't calling run plays is because our offensive line isn't nearly as good as we thought. How about that?
Oh, and then they all hate the coach too, Chris. They all hate Bill Callahan.
Hey, he's no Urban Meyer though. No Urban Meyer.
Let's look
Who
at
would
some.
have seen that going the wrong way, right? Boy,
Did you see
not
his
everybody.
handshake, by the way?
I did.
That was brutal.
Ooh, that was bad. What was that? Vrabel, right?
Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Vrabel. I mean,
Coached together.
it's amazing with these
Right?
uber successful coaches, they always have that. Like, you always assume that they're in good and they've got like this tree that, all these other coaches who they enjoy being around. But then you see it. I mean, it was the same thing with Belichick. We've seen it with Saban, and we've seen it with Urban. And these guys, they've got their little fiefdom. And if you leave that, boy, there's no love lost.
They always go down on like their sword too. Like, would anybody have cared if Urban Meyer was just still in the booth commentating games? Like, he didn't need to do this and go to Jacksonville and coach the Jaguars. Like what is he trying to prove here? And
maybe he was just sick of Shelley, to be honest with you.
Whoa.
He's just like, I got to get out of Columbus for a while.
That's an accusation.
I just got to get out of here, man. I just, all of her conspiracy theories. She's spending all kinds of time on the internet. I got to get out of Dodge. I'm going down to Florida for a while. Just hang out. I had some good times down in Florida before, and that's why I had to leave. So might as well.
We need to move on.
No? You guys are.
The Cleveland Browns are still in the playoff hunt. Go get those parlays in. Don't listen to me. Go listen to Nick Padone. 13 of 13 this week. Nick,
No kidding.
you claim that you parlayed it. I don't believe that you parlayed it because you would have told everybody that you hit that. But go get those parlays in, especially those Cleveland Browns stat ones. We are going to win this one next week. I know everyone's going to go off. Over on everyone, even Baker Mayfield. Go get those in. Use promo code BIGPLAY. Go double your deposit. Extra money in your wallet just for using the promo code BIGPLAY. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie, especially our Browns as we go into the playoffs.
How about that, Dave? Baker's overhit and Chubb and Hunt's didn't. Like, what kind of parallel universe are we living in? Baker's over demolished and Chubb and Hunt were nowhere near.
Someone texted me and they're like, you hit your bet. And it was like the first quarter. And I was like, you idiot. Stop it. Just stop texting me. I did think I was going to hit that one, though.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I always think of going in because we always get sucked in Sunday morning. That's what Sunday mornings are for. But then, yeah, and then as the game was going the first quarter, I'm like, man, Dave's gonna hit this. Baker looked sharp. We were throwing the ball downfield. We were getting pass interference calls left and right, and then Stefanski took the whole chain.
Calls, man. We were getting the calls. That was fantastic.
We were. That was different. That was something that we haven't seen much of at all, let alone against an opponent like the Ravens in a game that mattered. And I mean, they were all the right calls. Like, some of those pass interferences on DPJ were pretty blatant. That
There's a couple ticky-tacky ones where I was like,
there was one where he tackled the defender.
Yeah, Landry tackled the defender.
Yeah, when Landry tackled the defender and then they called it on the defender. I was like, yes.
They were making up for 2 decades of horrible.
Yeah, all in one quarter.
We have 2 more decades to go of that.
That's
right.
true. Hey, the refs are heating up at the right time, as they like to say. You know, in the playoffs.
They are.
That's what-
It's
That's what the
been
good teams
brutal.
do. That's what the good refs. That's what we need.
They're hitting their stride, Chris.
They are. They are.
That's right. And hopefully the Browns are hitting their stride. We're actually 6-point favorites at home Saturday. So
Oh,
what is
that
it?
scares me
4:30?
even more.
Right? 4:30, I think.
4 o'clock, I think. I'm
4 o'clock?
planning on showing up. I'll be there early. We're told to be in our seats. We'll be there.
You better be. You better be.
I got my youth basketball game in the morning. We'll get that done. Then we'll be up there at the stadium. Me and the
There you go.
kiddos.
It's a must win, as is every game the rest of this season. Do you trust them?
I would
winning
say, to be fair,
Yeah.
you
Be
could
fair.
lose the Packers game. You could lose the Packers game and still be okay.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, if everybody,
Chris, everything's been going perfectly
Yeah.
outside of the game.
you could win one more. At this rate, it's like you could win one more and be in the playoffs because
That's true.
nobody else wants to win.
We should just sit on bye the rest. Like, you know, that yeah, you're right. You're right. That was amazing yesterday, just watching all the chips fall for the Browns.
Yeah, all weekend. And then Jimmy Garoppolo, big performance after the Browns. Even after the Browns, it was like, man, that would be a nice, even though we have the head-to-head against Cincy, doesn't really matter as much. Jimmy G gets the job done, beats the Bengals.
Watching that Bengals game, man, they're a wreck too.
They're as maddening as we are. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. It was like watching the Browns, really, because they don't have an offensive line, and
Yeah, and like
Burrow's gonna
Burrow,
get himself killed.
yeah, and he looked like a mess the whole game, and then he threw an absolute laser and sucked you right back in, and it was like, whoa, like the Bengals are back in this. And then the game-winning drive, he looked like a mess again and got sacked, and that's how the game ended.
Yeah.
I was like, that is the most Browns way to end a game. Must
It really
just be
was.
Ohio thing.
Yeah, who knows? So
Unity.
plus
It's unity. Football unity.
-6. Are you taking the Browns or are you taking the money line?
Give me the Browns.
Yeah,
Give me the Browns. Give the points. Let's go.
Okay, I like that. Chris, 2 minutes
Yes.
left in the game.
Yes.
How many points do you need to have on the leaderboard here to feel confident?
With 2 minutes left,
With
you
2
got to
minutes
be up by
left,
you got to be up by 3 scores. I think, Dave,
at least.
with the
17,
ball,
17.
with the ball on first down. Yeah, and they have no timeouts, and then I'm probably breathing fairly easy, but both eyes are still on the field.
Yeah, I don't have much confidence in our onside kick coverage.
Or anything when it comes
It
to
was-
having the lead. I mean,
it was-
our offense just like run the ball and run the clock and let's go. We've done the work that we need to do. Let's just get in. Let's get into the locker room and call it a week. And
You know who's to blame for yesterday? I will say.
Kevin Love,
won.
Me. I'm to blame. So the Browns were balling out, and even the first drive of the second quarter, they looked all right. McLaughlin missed the kick. And I texted my buddies, I'm like, hey, let's, get a stop, get a score, and get these guys maybe out of this game in the fourth quarter. Chubb, Hunt, Hunt was still out at that time. Baker,
Right.
get everybody out. And then they just nothing went right after I sent that text message. Like, it was literally like, let's get these guys out in the fourth quarter to, oh my God, this game came all the way down to what could have been a game-winning field goal.
It's insane. 42.5 over under. Actually, same as last week.
somebody just texted me this.
Oh, breaking news.
And it hit yesterday.
The last time a Cavs team
Yeah.
was 5 games above 500, and that Cavs team didn't have LeBron James, was in December of 2000, 21 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
So there you go, kids.
During our bet segment. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
No, we're not pulling up the fun meter again.
That fun fact, Dave, I got to say, was just kind of fun. It actually depressed me a little.
Not a great transition. I'll put it at the kind of fun to fun.
I thought that was fun. I thought that was super duper fun. Something that hasn't happened in 21 years without LeBron James being attached to us. That's pretty
That's
impressive.
not bad. That's not bad. I am taking the over all day in this game.
The over? What was the line?
42.5.
I don't know, man. Could you name one Raiders receiver?
I for some reason I feel like this is gonna be like a 42-35 game.
Yeah.
I hope. I like for the Browns' sake. I hope. I can't do it. With
The Raiders give up 28 points a game.
how many of those are to tight end screens?
Doesn't matter.
Please say a lot. 'Cause
Doesn't
that's all we
matter.
run.
They've allowed 32 points in the last 4 of 5 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the Chiefs absolutely curb stomped them.
Yes. And we give up, I don't know, at least 3 touchdowns. Our defenses look really good, though.
It has. It really has. And like I know like yesterday Lamar went out, but that Huntley looked really legit. And like he was moving the ball, but then our defense like let him move the ball a little bit and then just completely stopped it, which is kind of how this whole how this whole defense was really built, was to stop Lamar. And Huntley is kind of a similar quarterback in that way. And they were able to do it not 1, but 2 weeks in a row. They shut down Lamar. So it was a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, if they keep rolling like this, they could beat anybody. But I've said it before. Derek Carr throws like 10 Hail Marys a game. Like they absolutely air it out in Vegas.
Consistent.
So and most of them don't connect. So like as long as Ward and Greedy and Newsome are good, like Derek Carr is like overthrows all of these. So like just stick with these receivers and the Browns should be all right.
Yeah, man to man. Chris left us for a little bit. He didn't like us making fun of his Cavs stat.
That's exactly right. That was a dynamite drop in, and you guys did not appreciate it.
Derek Carr, Nick, to your point, second most passing yards in the NFL this season, only behind Brady. Browns, we're just talking about pass defense, 7th best in the NFL. So Nick, do you think these corners, do you think we can go man-to-man on these no-name receivers, shut down Derek Carr and those Hail Marys?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
to me, it makes so much sense. And I know Joe Woods loves the soft coverage and stuff, but this is the perfect game to test it out. Is these receivers, they got Hunter Renfrow, who's really good. I actually do think he's good. But other than that, yeah, they're a bunch of random guys. So I would have Ward, Greedy, or Newsome if Newsome could clear concussion protocol, and Troy Hill, who's not going to play. But we're deep at corner. You got AJ Green, our undrafted guy. Just stick to these receivers and then let Garrett and Clowney just eat off the edges, because the Raiders O-line is nothing phenomenal either. Their run game is literally non-existent. They have Josh Jacobs, who's an all right back, and Kenyon Drake, who's been feels like everywhere now. So I don't know. I think it should be pretty easy defensively, but to your point, I definitely see how this over hits. It's a very low over for a professional football game.
Speaking of Ward, how about a couple of those hits yesterday?
Yeah.
Man, the game sealer too. But
that was one of his best games as a Brown, I really thought.
Yeah. And there weren't a lot of people talking about it, but I was really impressed. It's good to see him out there and playing well.
If you had to give
healthy
a big play award for that game, who would you give it to? Would it be Denzel for that stop and that giant hit? Miles Garrett?
It's got to be Miles Garrett.
Or JoJo Natson?
Yeah.
I did not realize you could do that.
Yeah.
That was a heads up play. You talk about a veteran move, man.
He's Mac educated, guys, just like all of us.
Akron. That's
Mac education.
With all the stupid things we've ever seen the Browns do, where you say, I've never seen that in football before. To see a guy like JoJo Natson then do something on the opposite end, where it was a very smart play, getting out of bounds or sticking his foot out of bounds and then grabbing that ball. It's like, wow, that's one of the rare times that I saw something I'd never seen in football before from the Cleveland Browns, and it was on the positive side.
After 2 muffed kicks, too. Yeah. Like he kind of went in there just because he had to. Like Felton couldn't receive a kick if his life depended on it.
It was sunny. Chris, how do you see this game going?
It was sunny. Oh, man, Dave. I'm going to will it into existence, right?
Okay.
Manifest this one, as everybody seems to be saying these days. Browns are going to come out. They're going to take control. They're going to realize this is late December in Cleveland, Ohio, and off the shores of Lake Erie, we're going to run the football, and it's going to be a no-doubter. We're going to start from the beginning to all the way to the final gun. This Browns team is just going to dominate in the trenches, running the ball and playing solid defense. Also, turning the ball over, getting the Raiders to turn the ball over a few times to just kind of cap things there at the end. So Browns big in this ball game. I'm going to be on my way out of that stadium as soon as that gun sounds and off back to Columbus. Very happy with the kiddos that evening.
Heck yeah. So Kareem
Love
Hunt
that.
not playing. Nick Chubb over under. What is your prediction for yardage for him?
Can you believe that our backs last week got 100 yards total?
It took Baker. That took Baker to
And it
have
took
rushing
Baker.
yards too.
That's exactly right. That's so pathetic. No, Chubb by himself is going to go over 100. We're going to need him to. Yes. Redemption.
Nick, do you concur?
I concur for sure. If there's a defense to do it against, it's Vegas. We saw it yesterday. Patrick Mahomes wasn't really throwing the ball over the yard. They were doing it in all facets of the game. That's what the Browns need to do.
Yep.
Score
Over
a ton of
under
points.
on points scored by the Browns in the fourth quarter. I will set it at 6.
I'll start with 1.
The extra point.
We'll
We're
start
gonna
with
score
1.
at the end of the third. You're going to
Third.
hold the extra point until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, I'll start there because in the Browns' last 8 fourth quarters, they have 7 points.
What do you guys make of that? Like Baker was talking, I think, today about that. And pretty conservative. Pretty conservative. Thoughts?
Nick sounds like he'd like to say something.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I know everyone wants to, Baker this, Baker that. We did it with Odell too. Odell this, Baker that. The offense, there's a lot of weird things with it, and Baker has not been good, and we've talked about that. And he was very improved yesterday from not good. But if you have 8 fourth quarters and your team only scored 7 points, there's a much bigger issue than your quarterback play. That's it.
I feel like the Browns were trying to censor you there. You started getting pixelated and you're disappearing from the stream.
Jimmy Haslam was cutting my internet.
That's right.
The JB Bickerstaff press conference is taking up all my bandwidth.
I think it's fair to say it's just been a very weird year, but I'm happy that we're still in it.
Oh yeah. 7-6. I know people hate this. A couple years ago, we would have died for this. To be 7-6, control our own destiny,
like
talking
Rizzo,
about
the way you
playoffs.
said that.
Sound like who?
Rizzo.
Why? Why is everybody saying that, man? Somebody said that last week, I
You
think.
kind of sounded
Really?
in there. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
There was a little Rizzo in your voice.
Little Rizzo there.
How? No.
Around ESPN Cleveland for a while. I heard they were expanding. I saw that today. Like, did they buy up like
Yeah,
one in
man, good for
Chicago
them.
and work LA?
Their parent company, Good Karma Brands, bought up a couple more stations, which is good. They've been doing that. They bought Chicago right when I was leaving. They already own a couple in Wisconsin. That's like where they're based out of. So
yeah, and I think they picked up LA.
And they picked
LA?
up LA. I saw that.
yeah.
LA.
Following,
Big deals.
Following Odell. It's like Brian Windhorst just following LeBron around.
Yeah. How about that career? It's just
Love
fantastic.
it.
He's
Windy.
a writer from St. Vincent, St. Mary, who covered LeBron James in high school. You just happened to go to the same high school, had an interest in writing, and all of a sudden your life is set for you.
Yeah, that is pretty bizarre. On like literally the biggest like scale too, like,
Right.
not like he's like covering the Lakers for like the Akron Beacon Journal. Like he's literally covering them for like ESPN. So yeah, it's crazy.
Good for him. Good tangents tonight, by the way, too.
All over the place.
Windy tangents. All right, Browns prediction. What do you think? I'm going 42-35 Browns.
Nice. I'm going 38-10. 38-10 Browns.
Okay, another over.
That gives us 48.
I'm going 31-23 Browns.
Ooh, a tight one.
Is it coming down to the end?
Oh,
no,
yeah,
comfortably.
That's the score, it will.
Comfortably.
Oh, come on. It's the Cleveland Browns. There's no comfortable.
What are you talking about?
It'll
It's
be one of
within
those
2 scores. It's not comfortable.
where they score a garbage touchdown at the end and we're able to just kill it off and kill the clock. Get a
Is
couple
there time for an
first downs.
onside kick?
No onside kicks.
Do we score anything in the second half, or is that straight comeback points for them?
That's straight comeback. So it's all 31 at the. No, I'm just kidding. I think it'll be. I think it's going to be a really good game. I know I said that like before the show that Chris was coming down and he was really excited. I was like, man, I don't even want to say it, but I think that we could be in for like a really exciting game where things just look normal for once. Even though we have 7 wins, it's just like look normal.
Look normal. Just be normal.
That would be
Just,
nice.
just do what everybody else does, man. Stop it with all these tight ends.
All right, let's look at the best and worst tweets of the week and call it a show. Oh, we do have to give, you know what, before we do that, let's give away that Mac Wilson 8x10.
Oh,
We
yeah.
forgot to do that as Mac is out on the town in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see, where are we?
Mac enjoying his victory Monday. You'll love to hear it.
He should be.
Yeah, did you see he played a lot of special teams yesterday, and
Yep.
he absolutely demolished one of their up guys. And he didn't get back to the tackle, but it was one of those where like he went through someone like so hard that the rest of the team kind of looked, and then like we were able to swarm him pretty quick. It was nuts. I'll try to find the clip and tweet it out.
It was like his Bama days.
Yeah, for real. He's a menace.
All right, let's see. Let's give away that 8x10 presented by TSE Cleveland. If you want a chance to win, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and look for that tweet throughout the week. All right, the winner is Jacob Lewis at JDL Wrench. Congratulations. You are taking home that 8x10 Mac Wilson signed poster. All right. Best and worst tweets. Best tweet. Nick, what do we got?
Yeah, this is from my buddy John Doss. Put out there, what a way for Myles Garrett to become the single season sack king in Cleveland Browns history. That was crazy. I can't believe that Reggie Camp held that record. I couldn't tell you the first thing about Reggie Camp other than he held that stupid record. So it was nice to see Myles Garrett do it and do it in such an explosive way. And it was also, that was Myles Garrett's first time finding the end zone, which like all the strip sacks that he's had throughout his career, that was the first one that he was actually able to get home on. So that was awesome. Great tweet by John and a really fantastic play by Myles.
I swear I called it either last week or the week before. I said Myles.
Oh, you did say that in the DMs.
I did. I did.
Yeah, I think you did say that last show.
Yeah. So I called it. So I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the show again where I said it so I can pull that clip out.
There you go. Yeah, good work, John. The greatest TV voice of all time, right?
Yeah.
Love
the
John
voice
Dollar.
is real. I like how he puts that in his bio.
That's right. And by the way, Derek Carr, he gets sacked a ton. I think he's like top 5, top 6 for getting sacked. So Myles Garrett, go have another day. Worst tweet. What do we got here? Nope.
That one. Huh.
That's not it.
Went
Let me
from
go
best to
find it.
worst in a week.
Let's go find the worst tweet. Couldn't pull it up because I'm blocked.
Yeah. So is everybody in Cleveland.
let me go find a screenshot of that one. Here we are.
Mr. Tony Grossi.
Tony Grossi.
Tony Grossi.
Chris, what do we got here?
Tony Grossi tweets Browns in AFC North 3-1, Ravens 1-3. That's a fantastic stat. Unfortunately, it's not true. Not true and not accurate. The Browns are actually 2-2 in the division. The Bengals, however, are 3-1.
I always just get
Not bad.
screenshots of these, so I never know if he if he sends them out and then he deletes them or he just leaves them out.
He
Is
leaves
that-
them out.
Is it still out there?
I wouldn't know. I
No
wouldn't
one knows.
I don't know.
No one knows.
That's just trying not to get shipped out to LA.
LA.
Oh,
God.
let's
Like,
end on that note.
yeah, I guess so. My voice
Nick.
must be weird tonight.
Nick,
Said I
take us
sounded
out
like
with that
Rizzo.
weird voice.
Yeah, said I sounded like Rizzo, made fun of how I said LA. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching Big Play Reflog. You know the drill. Go check out Shaq News. Go download Shaq Pets. Submit your picture of your cute pets to see if you have the cutest. Go vote on other ones too. Shout out GV Art. Go pick up your GV stuff today. You see Dave and I wearing it in studio. Stuff behind us. Go grab some Labatt. Shout out to TSC Cleveland. Look out for our next giveaway next week. We will see you guys next week to celebrate another Browns victory Monday against the Raiders.
And Dave, now I got to watch my Succession, the season finale of Succession, season 3.
Next season, Chris, let's start one of those weird post-show where they just break down the episodes.
Yeah, those seem to be pretty popular amongst the unemployed.
Oh,
See you next week.
It's time! Streaming live from Cleveland, Ohio! Presenting the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight podcast of the world, the Big Play Reflog Show!